So you're heading to Dollywood. Well, before you pack your bags for Pigeon Forge, there are a few things you absolutely should not do, or else your trip might not live up to the magic that Dollywood is famous for. Dollywood is not just another theme park. It's part Southern hospitality, part Dolly Parton charm, and part world-class rides. Today, I'm breaking down the top 10 things not to do at Dollywood, plus one bonus mistake that is an absolute game changer. So stick around to the very end because that bonus tip can completely change your day at the park. Starting off this list with number 10, don't skip the Dolly Parton touches. Dollywood is more than just rides and roller coasters. It's a living tribute to Dolly herself. And the truth is, too many guests don't know or spend the time learning about the history that you will find about Dolly Parton herself all around Dollywood. This is why I recommend making time for the Imagination Playhouse, where kids can watch live performances based on Dolly's Imagination Library books, which is really cool to see. You can also walk through the Dolly Parton experience, which is packed full of costumes, memorabilia, and personal stories that bring her career to life. And a visit to Dollywood is not complete without visiting Dolly's Tennessee mountain home, a replica of her childhood cabin that shows just how far she has come. And don't overlook the Robert F. Thomas Chapel, a peaceful spot honoring the doctor who delivered Dolly Parton on January 19th, 1946. And did you know, on Sundays you can actually attend a church service right here at this chapel inside of Dollywood. These are a few of the many touches that make Dollywood uniquely Dolly. Number 9, don't let the weather ruin your day. Here's the truth. Tennessee weather, especially in the summertime, can flip on you in an instant. Rain in the morning, sunshine at lunch, and then chillier evenings. You never really know, but that does not mean your day is ruined. Dollywood has a fantastic lineup of indoor shows and covered theaters and a few rides that are located indoors. From music that'll make you tap your feet to amazing live entertainment productions, seriously, Dollywood is known for their shows. You're gonna find plenty to enjoy while the storm passes. So when the skies turn gray, don't panic, lean into the shows, and you'll be surprised just how much you end up loving them. Number 8, don't park in regular parking if you have kids. Parents, listen up. I'm a father of 2, so I know this one firsthand, and this one is for you. After a long day with the kids, the last thing that you want is dragging tired little ones onto a tram, then hiking across a giant parking lot that seems like it goes on forever. That is why preferred parking is worth every penny. You'll skip the tram entirely and the long walk to the tram station, making it a much shorter walk, and you even have your very own entrance into Dollywood. Trust me, if you've got strollers, diaper bags, or just cranky toddlers, or if you're going without kids and you don't want to walk as much, I highly recommend this move, and it's only going to cost you $30 extra on top of the parking fee, but it can save your day and your sanity. Number 7, don't skip out on Dollywood's live entertainment. Now I know I've already briefly touched about the live entertainment that you're going to find at Dollywood, but the truth is, one of Dollywood's best kept secrets is its live entertainment. We're talking award-winning shows with bluegrass, gospel, country, and even Broadway style performances. Dolly Parton is a musician at heart, so it makes sense that her park is filled with music around every corner, which is why I recommend taking a break from the rides and grab a seat and enjoy world-class entertainment. Dollywood's live entertainment is not a filler, it's part of what makes Dollywood so special. Number 6, don't hate on your feet. Dollywood is big, and it's not flat. This park sits on Tennessee hills, which means you're going to be doing a lot of walking up and down the hills all day long. So if you try to tackle it in flimsy sandals, you're going to be regretting it by lunchtime. That is why I recommend wearing comfortable shoes, pace yourself, and make sure you hydrate. You are going to be walking miles throughout your day without even realizing it. So do not underestimate the terrain because it's a part of Dollywood's charm, but it can also wear you out very fast. I also recommend wearing some of my comfortable and affordable Keep Riding Coasters gear that you can find at themeparkbranded.com. Number 5, don't eat your typical theme park food. Forget overpriced burgers and bland pizza. Dollywood takes food seriously. I recommend heading to Aunt Granny's, a full sit-down restaurant that Dolly herself named. And trust me, this restaurant is my go-to every visit to the park. It is that good. I also recommend checking out the Market Square Big Skillet, where they're cooking up massive portions right in front of you. Seriously, just walking by this, you're instantly going to be hungry. And don't forget about Miss Lillian's Barbecue Corner, famous for smoky pulled pork and southern sides. Dollywood is one of the rare theme parks where the food is actually a highlight, so don't waste your appetite on the generic stuff that you can find at any other theme park. Seriously, forget the roller coasters. My family and I visit Dollywood for the food. Well, maybe a little bit of both, because I love Thunderhead. Number 4, don't underestimate the roller coasters. Yes, Dollywood really is home to some fantastic food, but also some of the best coasters in the world. You've got Lightning Rod, one of the world's wildest wooden roller coasters, and it's an absolute beast. The first drop is phenomenal. Thunderhead is another wooden coaster that gives you relentless airtime and some amazing laterals on this twisted, awesome layout. Dollywood's newest roller coaster, Big Bear Mountain, is a family-friendly but still thrilling multi-launch coaster, and it's also the longest one that you're going to find in the park. Big Bear Mountain is worth the wait, trust me. And then there's Fire Chaser Express, a forward and backwards coaster that surprises everyone. And finally, Wild Eagle, which was America's first wing coaster that soars over the Smoky Mountains. Don't sleep on these rides because Dollywood is a serious player when it comes to roller coasters. And if you're not a roller coaster fan and you just enjoy a lot of carnival rides and flat rides, then you are definitely going to love everything Dollywood offers. Number 3, don't plan your trip during the wrong time. Timing really does matter at Dollywood. If you go on a weekend in December, expect shoulder-to-shoulder crowds. And keep in mind, the park closes completely from early January through early March. Fridays and Saturdays and Sundays are usually packed. So if you can, I recommend visiting on a weekday if possible. As far as the best times to visit Dollywood, well, personally, I recommend checking out the Fall Harvest Festival during the day and then the ever so wonderful Great Pumpkin Luminites during the evening hours. This family-friendly event is so much fun and your kids will love it. If you want the best way to get into the Christmas and holiday spirit, then you'll want to plan a trip to visit Dollywood during their Great Smoky Mountain Christmas event. This is where the entire park transforms into millions of Christmas lights. It really is a spectacular event. So be sure to pick your timing wisely when you plan on visiting Dollywood, and you're going to thank yourself later for that. Number 2, do not visit without a plan. Dollywood isn't a park that you can just wander into. If you want to get the most out of your day, have a plan. This is why I recommend studying the park map, pick your must-ride attractions, and figure out a game plan like what shows you want to see and what time the shows are during the day. I always recommend aiming for at least 8 hours in the park if you can last that long to truly experience Dollywood to the fullest. Without a plan, you'll waste time walking back and forth, and with the park this hilly, that's not a mistake that you want to make. Which brings me to the number 1 thing not to do when visiting Dollywood, followed by my bonus recommendation you do not want to miss. Number 1 is, do not arrive late. This is the single biggest mistake people make. Dollywood is one of the busiest theme parks outside of Florida and Southern California. Now, if you get to Dollywood after park opening, then you're already going to be behind the massive line to get in through the parking tolls, through security, as well as the main entrance. This is why I recommend arriving at the parking tolls at least 45 minutes before the park opens, and then get through security and get into the park before it officially opens. Now, I know what you're thinking, Brandon, why should I get into the park before it opens when you say the park is closed? Well, simple. They'll allow you into the park and kind of hold you there before the park officially opens. That way you can at least go get a stroller if you need to, or use the restroom, grab a snack while you wait for the official opening once the park opens. What I recommend doing is heading straight to the Wildwood Grove area, and basically they're going to be holding you up near Timber Canyon, near Thunderhead, right until 10 o'clock. As you can see right here on the map, this is where they hold you, and then once 10 o'clock comes or whenever the park opens up, the security will drop the rope and then you're able to walk quickly to whatever ride you want to ride. And I recommend heading to Big Bear Mountain and the park's newest attraction, which is located directly behind Big Bear Mountain. By getting to Dollywood first thing before it even opens is going to allow yourself to have a much better overall day because you'll be in the park earlier, which means the lines for the park's biggest attractions will not be as long when you head there first. Seriously, my family and I visit Dollywood around 3 to 4 times every single year, and we do this plan every single time we visit, and it works like a champ. Now, before I share with you that bonus Dollywood don't do, I do have one more Dollywood bonus tip for you, and that is do not skip the cinnamon bread. Dollywood cinnamon bread is legendary. It's warm, gooey, and covered in icing, and it really does live up to every bit of hype that you've heard about it. The only problem is, once you try it, you're gonna be hooked, which is why I recommend eating it at your own risk, because you will never look at cinnamon bread the same way ever again, and you might even get 2 loaves because it's that good. But here's the best part. Do not wait in the long line that you're going to find at the grist mill location. Instead, you can purchase the same exact cinnamon bread with all the great gooiness at the Spotlight Bakery, which is located right at the front of the park, without the crazy long line. Which brings me to that must-know tip that you have to know about, and that is simply do not visit Dollywood without riding the Dollywood Express. This amazing 5-mile-long train ride really is worth the admission alone. It's that good. But here's the thing. Not everyone knows this, but usually the train departs at the top of every hour. You can check the app as well as at the train station for the exact departure times. But since they only have one train and it departs every hour, this ride is very popular. So, if the park is very busy, then I recommend getting to the Dollywood Express train station at least 30 minutes before the departure time, guaranteeing your spot on the train ride. Seriously, it really is worth it, and I highly recommend getting an outside seat so you get the best views possible. Now remember, Dollywood is a park that is more than just rides. It's a mix of Dolly's story, Southern culture, amazing food, and some of the best coasters in the world. So remember to plan it right, arrive early, and do not make these mistakes, because all I want is for you to have the best Dollywood experience possible, and a day that you'll never forget. And before you visit Dollywood, be sure to learn about the roller coasters that the park offers and the showcase video at the bottom of your screen, where I break down the park's roller coasters, ranked from the shortest to the longest. Now I want to hear from you. What is your favorite part of Dollywood? You know what to do. Let me know in the comments. This is Theme Park Brandon. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to smile today, think positive, and keep riding coasters.